ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः. Today we are entering into new chapter, Pundit Shashadhar. Wednesday, June 25th, 1884. It was the day of the Ratha Yatra, the car festival of the Hindus. At Ishan's invitation, Sri Ramakrishna went to his house in Calcutta. For some time, the master had the desire to meet Pundit Shashadhar Tarak Chudamani, who had been staying with one of the Ishan's neighbors. So it was decided that he would visit the Pandit in the afternoon. Car festival of the Hindus. Jagannath Puri is one of the most important place of pilgrimage for Hindus in Odisha, and their annual festival, car festival, will be there. Lakhs and lakhs of people will join together to witness it and to pull the chariot, the car on which Jagannath, the Lord of the universe, is made to sit. One of the significance of car festival in Hinduism is always symbolic and many things included in it. Car festival came into picture, that is Ratha Yatra. Ratha means chariot. The significance, the spiritual significance is that the body of the every life on this earth, be it plant or animals or birds or any aquatic animals, wherever there is life, inside the life, the Lord dwells, the consciousness dwells, the pure consciousness, all-pervading consciousness is specially manifest in living beings because the expression of consciousness through matter is life. Life is expression of consciousness, Chaitanya, expression of Chaitanya through Jada, matter. Matter, this body, dead body, our body is just a dead body. Because the Chaitanya consciousness, I am conscious, this consciousness is shining in it, there is life. It is living. Living is expression of Chaitanya in the Jada. Jada is matter, Chaitanya is pure spirit. Spirit expressing through matter is life. So the spiritual entity, there are two parts in every one of us, the spiritual existence and the bodily existence. When we enter into deep sleep, second stage of deep sleep, we enter into the pure spiritual existence of ours. We forget the body, mind, senses, intellect, all these layers pertaining to nature. We transcend and go every day when we sleep and enter the deep sleep. So this spiritual existence is the all-pervading Vishwa Chaitanya, the universal consciousness, individual consciousness, Samashtik Chaitanya, Vyashti Chaitanya. Vyashti Chaitanya, individual consciousness, is expressing through the body. And this individual existence, individual spiritual existence, or the Chaitanya is called Vyashti Chaitanya, Samashti Chaitanya. Vyashti Chaitanya, individual consciousness, is a part of the universal consciousness. As if the universal consciousness is expressing through all bodies, living bodies, as the individual consciousness. The God, all-pervading Chaitanya, the God, the Lord of the universe, is present as if He is not as if. He is present in every living being as the indweller. The various aspects of God, we must now and then remember. God as the transcendental reality in which millions of universes are appearing and disappearing, unchanging eternal reality, because the transcendental aspect of God, and it is impersonal, absolute. There is nirguna, nirakara. There is no qualities and there is no form and qualities. And then the another aspect of the same God is it has manifested as universe. Om has become Hrim. So this whole universe, Vishwarupa, the Lord in the form of universe, the same Chaitanya, same absolute consciousness has become the Samashti Chaitanya, universal consciousness. This is another aspect of God. And in every jiva, the same absolute consciousness which has become the universal consciousness. This Brahman, the absolute consciousness, has become the universal consciousness, Vishwa Chaitanya. The Vishwa Chaitanya is expressing to all the living bodies as the Vyashti Chaitanya, individual consciousness. Absolute is shining in everyone as the individual consciousness. Another aspect of God is as indweller, antaryami in all beings. Then the God appearing in human form or any form, even for the sake of one devotee, he is longing to see God. God manifests because He has no limitation. We are all limited beings. God is unlimited. Any form you want to see Him, He can take. Now water is there. It can take any shape. You want to put it in a vessel, in the shape of Krishna, and the water takes the Krishna form. You take another bottle or anything container which has Christ's form, it appears like Christ, water. It can take any form because it has no particular form, and form is flexible. Like that, God is flexible to give any form you want because it's a conscious entity. His consciousness is making us all conscious. So that consciousness, which is shining in all jivas as Antaryami, takes the human form to redeem the souls and is called Avatara, incarnation of God. He is again, as the Lord of universe, is governing the whole universe. So He is immanent. God is transcendental. God is immanent. When He becomes immanent, Vishwarupa, then as the Lord of universe, Ishvara. And when He becomes Lord of the universe, all qualities and form, He has no limitation of the form. You can conceive Him as with qualities, without form also. Form that my senses may not be able to see, but it takes already forms in the mind. Oh, like patriotism, like love, which doesn't have physical form. It cannot be perceived by five senses, but mind can conceive it. Mind has taken the form of love. It understands what it is. It becomes saguna. Saguna, sakara, and nirguna, nirakara. So we see God as the transcendental reality, as the immanent reality, the Vishwarupa, as the transcendental is Brahman. Transcendental reality, Brahman, the absolute existence, as the universe, Vishwarupa, then as the indweller in all beings, Antaryami, as the Lord of the universe, is Ishvara, as the indweller in all beings, as the Antaryami. These five aspects, it is there. Now, when you see a person or a being, an ant is moving, it is carrying the light of consciousness. The Lord of the universe is shining in that. small life in bacteria, in viruses, in elephants, in birds, everywhere. He is shining there in a special way. In stones and pebbles also he is there, but it is the consciousness unmanifest, so it remains matter. Anytime the consciousness expresses through a pebble or a stone piece, immediately it becomes living. It acquires life, but it is not convenient for the consciousness to manifest. Body, it is so formed that it can manifest. It's Chaitanya. So here we see clearly what it means. Now this expression of consciousness through matter, now each bodily existence moving about, it looks like a chariot carrying the Lord, just to make man remind him every being is a Lord's, the Lord of the universe. In whatever religion you belong to, you have a God. Whatever be your conception of God, there is a God. And that God is dwelling in all beings as the indweller. Then if you understand this principle, every life becomes like a car carrying, a chariot carrying a Lord inside. So in every being, love every being, don't harm anyone, feel endeared, endear all beings, offer your heart's love, serve as much as possible, because God dwells in everybody. So this principle is brought practically, bringing an image of God and making it sit in a chariot, and chariot being pulled. The movements belong to the nature. So people are made to join together and tied ropes, and these people are representing the nature. The chariot as the bodily existence, and the image of the God inside the chariot is God, is the Lord dwelling in all beings. So this is exemplified in the car festival. Similarly, we have another aspect called Deepotsava. In Deepotsava, we have another beautiful understanding, Deepotsava. A temple, every nook and corner is put wherever it is possible, in orderly way, they light the lamps. They put the oil and all lamps will be burning. Here and there, everywhere, on the top, on the bottom, here, there, around the temple. God is there, around him all living beings. Like sun, a star or sun and planets moving around. So this whole thing to remind of all jivas as inseparable, eternal companion of God. They express, God is expressing himself as so many jivas' lives. God is the center, and all beings are like planets around the sun. They are moving about in various ways. We are all on the same thing is applied to the pradakshina we do. God is in the right side, dakshina, and we move about circumambulation. We put the circumambulation around the temple, around the deity. We go around. It's called circumambulation, pradakshina, keeping the Lord to our right. This keeping the Lord to our right, dakshina, is called pradakshina. Always, dakshina is where I take the support of God. God has to look after me. Just like mother, he feeds the child and takes care when the child is always to her left. The caretaker is on the right. So this is the most important significance and understanding, that he is feeding the child. So I am always child has mother to its right because she is taking care of it. So right is caretaker and left is caretaken. So we move to the in the way that we are always, God is to my right and I am to his left. In Pradakshina, we go around in such a way, I am always to his left. God is to my right. He is taking care of me. Every life you see through nature. Nature has provided everything for all lives to exist, not only in our Bhuloka, in this plane of existence. There are other planes of existence. Bhuva, Swa, Ama, Jana, Tapa. 14 planes of existence is there. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Rasatala, Patala. All these planes of existence, there are life. And suitable food and maintenance. Dwelling place. Heavenly places are different, where this intense suffering is going on. Hellish planes are there, where because of the karmic load, they move to different places, but they all are living beings. So nature provides what all the jiva wants. And being with the jiva, pervading the jiva, she maintains the body. Now you see, hunger is made by nature. I eat food. Food is digested by nature. I don't know how to digest. Nature is digesting. Nature is throwing away the waste. Nature is carrying the nutrition to every cell and feeding, taking out the waste, oxygen, carbon dioxide, feeding oxygen. Everything is done by nature. So that nature is now how through nature God is taking care of all jivas. I accept that. I remember that. I express my gratitude by going circumambulation around the temple, around the thinking that Lord is dwelling here and I am moving about. This is brought into picture. I am bringing God into the invocation. I invoke God in that murti or the image or the vigraha, in that we invoke. Invoking is through love. Oh Lord, come and settle here, be here, show your presence here all the time. And it is just like, I cannot reach you, I cannot see, my senses cannot see you. My mind cannot conceive you. My intellect cannot discern you. So you have to reveal yourself to me. Calling upon you, I move around, knowing that you are the support of my life and existence. You are the source and point of culmination. You are that. Knowing that slowly, with faith, love, and dedication, he goes round, he does the worship there. Slowly, his mind and intellect become sharp enough to penetrate into nature. When, just like scientists, concentrate, how much concentration they apply to discover things. When they concentrate, it reveals. You cannot find out. It has to reveal itself. So revelation comes, and what you have to do is concentrate. They leave all their duties, responsibilities, attachments, everything. You can see Newton and all these people, when they go to the lab, they forgot whether they have taken food or not. The General Secretary Maharaj of Mutt and Mission, when I was in Bailurmath, used to tell, I will never know. I come early in the morning after the Mangalarti into the office. Huge established worldwide. He has to take care. And after the morning Mangalarti, he enters his office, going down to the Lord in the temple until late night, around 11:30. He'll be working non-stop. He doesn't know whether the fan is revolving above the head or he has taken food or not. Whole thing in work and activity and sacrifice, they forget the world, they forget their body, working day and night, because it is an offering of love to God. I love someone, I'm ready to do anything, take any amount of strain and pain. That kind of love makes them sacrifice their life. So this is what we call worship. No, I am worshipping through my duties, my activities. I can sit in the temple and ritualistic way also I can worship. I can worship. I can serve a suffering man, and that can be a worship. Try seeing the Lord in him. So I am going to invoke God in the image for that kind of worship, ritualistic worship, where all people can join together and call. The more faith, more people come, the more will be the presence of the divine. Because divine is a conscious entity. He manifests there. And when ecstatic love, they forget their own bodies, God emerges out in form of his own Ishtadevata. So that is the regarding car festival. It was the day of Ratha Yatra, car festival of the Hindus. At Ishan's invitation, Sri Ramakrishna went to his house, and nearby in their known house, Pundit Shashadhar was. Thakur, wherever he sees great sacrifices, great wisdom, great love of God, light of jnana, the light of wisdom is expressed. Sri Ramakrishna is long to go and see them. He goes to Vidyasagar, seeing his love, compassion, kindness, and scholarship. God incarnating goes to the people's houses to meet them, because they are not able to identify him. And so Shashadhar is one of the person whom Thakur had the desire to meet. A few devotees, including Hazra, accompanied the master to Ishan's house. Ishan had invited one or two Brahmin scholars and a devotee who followed the tantric method of worship. And Ishan and other sons, Shrish and Ishan's other sons were also present. Now you see, here a term comes. Had invited one or two Brahmin scholars. When we say Brahmin, he is like a head of a region. There are various types of scholars. When a person is taking care of the rest of the society was divided beautifully into 4 systems. One, labor class, what we see now in modern times. One is watch and ward and defense. The third was the people who cultivate, and products move from one place to another place, and distribution goes on. Food materials and all needs of life. And another is who governs the whole thing. It is there in every organization. A country, there are ministers and presidents and chief ministers, prime minister, all these people who govern. And next there is defense and watch and ward, police and all this. These are called Kshatriyas, who can take care with intelligence, plan things, and they are called in ancient times in India they are called Brahmins. the Kshatriyas who can do the protect and save the country and punish or praise or enhance the facilities through these are called Kshatriyas, the kingly type. And the third is Vaishyas, who are the commercial aspect of life, the transactions and all that, food material, raising, cow raising, all things making, transporting from one place to other place, distributing in the society for food and needs of material. These are called Vaishyas. And last was the labor class. They called Shudras. Now, the same thing will be remaining at all times. In the Indian context, it was called Brahmin, Kshatriya, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Now, when we say here Brahmana, a Brahmin, now it, for some time, in latter period, it degenerated into, it was beautiful, it is always there, it can never be taken out. Labor class is the most important part, the Shudras are the most important part of the society with which there is no movement. Everything happens by labor, and largest people occupy this profession because we are all dependents. We can't do much of the work. The Brahmin quality, who is highly intelligent, they can manage things, they can plan things, but they don't have the physical strength, may not be having physical strength to be a Kshatriya, a warrior, or run about from place to place, taking the materials, transporting, commercial transactions, and may not be able to. And labor class, I don't think they'll be able to. But they are highly brainy. So they are called Brahmanas. No, the one or two Brahmins who are ritualistic worship, they have to take care of the rest of the society. That's the most important part of the. Now ministers, and they have to, whole country they have to manage all aspects. So they are given importance and highest place and highest protection because the vulnerability is more in them and very easily. And if they are protected, everything is protected. If king and kingship is protected, the country is protected. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.